Hey, hi, how are you doing? Listen, I'm gonna do this really fast and quick because I know that you're on a time limit and it's almost gonna be 12 o'clock. So, or you're about to do whatever it is that you need to do. So anyways, okay, I washed my face really well. Remember that little thing that you bought? You put it on and to avoid the hair from coming in the face. My face is really clean now. Now I'm gonna just quickly hydrate it with my serum. This is my serum. You have a different kind of serum. And a lot of hydration. I had already put another serum that I have in the bathroom because I washed my face and put it. So I'm not going to put too much of this because I have another serum. So the more serum, the better. The more hydration, better. Cream. Remember, we got that cream, that good cream that was light, very little. Get a little, put on your hand, under your eyes. Same thing. Okay, we are done with the hydration. We washed our face, we put serum, then we put our cream. We're done with this. I'm gonna put it on the side. I think I have allergies today. Okay, so now what am I ready for? I'm ready for my primer. Remember I told you I used two different kind of primers? You don't have to. You use just that one primer you bought. I'm gonna use my two primers. Okay, I'm gonna use very little of this primer because I went back to TJ Maxx today and I bought more. This is the green one. You don't need, you have the primer you need, the right one. You don't need much primer, just very little primer. But you need primer, don't put very, very little, put enough. Okay, I bought another primer, that's why I put a little bit. And I want to try out. It's a hydrating one. Remember I told you that your face has to be super hydrated, like super serum, super everything, because that's what's going to make the difference on the final result of everything, of how it comes out. Okay. Remember, always get a piece of paper, 2 pieces of paper, because you're going to need it to clean your hands and stuff like that. What happened? I just opened this and now it doesn't want to open. Oh, funny. Of course, because I'm doing a video to show it to you, so I want to do it a little faster. I'm going to put a little bit of primer here. It has a little squeezy thing there. I'll fix it later. I don't have time for that right now because I know that you have to do your mom's makeup too, right? So I put it all here under my cheeks. It is really hydrating. Oh my God, it smells so good. This one that I just bought it was the only one, the last one actually. The hydrating primer. See, hydrating primer. Feels really great. I'll fix that later and put it on the side. As I go, I'll throw everything on the side. I'm gonna put things back right away, but not now. Clean my hands. So now I have washed my face, I put the serum, I put the cream, and I put the primer. Guess what's next? The translucent powder. I'm looking at my face here. Okay, and so look at my translucent powder. You have one too. I'm gonna get one of these things here. I'll let you have one, remember? Get a little bit, very little. Pat it everywhere. I'm gonna look at the mirror while I'm doing it to see where it goes. Try to avoid this area, a little bit because, or whatever, like under here, because at least this translucent powder is a little bit more heavier. I don't remember which kind you got. Very little, very little. And this again is the translucent powder, the white one, okay? Not the baking. Okay. Okay. I'll cover this up. Now, make sure I don't have extras. Just enough, not too much. And now guess what? My setting spray, remember? My setting spray? Spray away. Woo, that was nice. And I also have the, here's where the fan comes in. Speed up the process. Actually went and got some malanga soup. While this is happening, you drink your Jose. I'm gonna eat this. It's pretty good, malanga soup. Got my little towel. That's my makeup towel. That. Okay, I think it's done. Okay. Okay, now we're ready for the foundation. Get your foundation out. Mine is this. Yours is NYX, remember? The NYX foundation. This is mine. It says foundation. Just read it. Make sure you don't mix up the things. And I put drops. My finger. No, stir. I'm not gonna mix this time. Like normally I use 2. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put the dots everywhere because I normally use 2 different kinds. Remember the lighter one inside? But since you're only using one, I'm only gonna use one. Close this. Look, all the things I have on my face, I have a lot of marks. Hope you're doing the same while I'm doing this video. You can pause the video as I do each step so you can get the product and put it on, okay? And then now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna blend it. Get that real thick one that's angled up. Remember what I said, don't do like this, do like this. You saw the first steps were super fast. It did not take us long at all. Normally I'm a lefty and I learned how to use both hands, you know. Don't worry about that big thing there. We're gonna blend it all in. We're still doing the foundation. So anyways, one of my lights are not working, but I gotta change them. Okay, so I got it all blended in. Since I have a full coverage, you barely see those dots, remember? And see the little round part? That is the only part that you don't do. All this. You don't put foundation there, okay? No foundation. Now I clean my brush, and guess what? It's time for the concealer. It is time for your concealer. So we're gonna get our concealer. Look for your concealer. I got 2 concealers. Remember, you got 2. One that's darker and one that's lighter. You're gonna remember the pack that had 2 concealers. You're gonna get the one that's darker. Okay, that's the one you're gonna get. You're gonna go like this. Get your concealer. You're not gonna put much. Okay, not like that. And with my concealer, you saw I put a line and a little V inside. And now you're gonna get another hard bristle brush, similar to the one for the foundation, but smaller, a lot smaller, okay? And I separated them here. I moved them from where I normally have them. I'm gonna put my concealer away to make space real fast. I'll use this one. And I'm gonna just, from this one here, I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go here. I'm just gonna, because remember my concealer, instead of using a primer, I'm using concealer. Because that concealer is going to help me put in the shadow. And then the shadow is gonna stay better, you know, it's not gonna be like later on looking horrible. So you saw how I went up here, I went here, and everything but the eyebrow. Don't do the eyebrow. Don't try, not as much as you can when you put in the foundation and the concealer, not to touch the eyebrow. Okay. I'm looking here. You see how I'm doing? I'm patting. I'm not scrubbing. And you notice that this is the darker one, concealer. And it's almost the same color as my foundation, but it has to be concealer, it cannot be foundation. I did the bottom part last here, because that's the part that you really don't want too much, just want enough. Because remember, we still have to put more concealer at the end. See why you put this little thing, a piece of hair is flying over here. You have your Jose Cuervo, drink it so you can feel relaxed when you're doing it. Believe it or not, this is the most hardest part right here. Once you get this, you're done. I woke up, this eye's irritated, so it's kind of like, so it's kind of crying because it's irritated. That's it. You remember that little one I gave you that toy is so hard to find? This one. This is going to be your best friend. From now on, you're going to leave this out. Because now your concealer is going to start getting into your little cracks, you see? And this is where you're going to come in with this and you're going to go like this. Wherever you see that your concealer is going into the crack, you tap it. Right away, it's going to do it. Because I have a lot of lines down there. It's just the makeup hides it. I'm going to leave this here because I am going to have to use it again. Okay, so now I have everything set up. I'm ready to go. What am I going to do next? Very easy. I'm going to do my eyebrows. I have the same kit you have, remember, for your eyebrows? It brings this, shit, I dropped it. This, just to fill in, the eyebrow wax, remember? And it brings this stuff, the blending brush. So let's start with that real quick. Remember, I'm not as blessed as you are that you have nice eyebrows. I have a challenge. You see, I have no eyebrow there. So I'm gonna go like this. This stick brings a little bristle thing. Go ahead and brush it. Brush it up. And as you go back, brush it up. I did it. I brushed it up. It all comes in the kit. Remember the kit with the 4. Now we're gonna get the little wax. And we're gonna do, I'm gonna do this very lightly, not hard. Then brush it back. Nice, huh? I'll do the same here. Softly brush it up. Okay. Go back over here. Trying to separate this as much as I can because I don't have hair. You do, you don't have that problem. You like that. I'm gonna open the other side. Remember? With the ink thing. I'm gonna fill in wherever I feel that is empty. Hair strokes, like a hair. You're not coloring it, putting like fake hair, you know? And yours, one of them in the bottom had no hair, it was just a dye, so you want to put little strokes like if it's hair. This has always been my challenge. I'm done with my eyebrow, okay? See, one is you look straight forward and see where you have an arc. If you want more of an arc, you put your hair strokes to go higher. Okay, we're done with this. They give us this nice little stick, so we're gonna use it. Okay, you're gonna get the lighter side. See, this one's the darker side. This is the lighter. You can tell the difference. This looks more white. And you're gonna go, instead of doing it with since it's included, might as well use it. You're gonna go under to clean up. Hold on a second, looking at my eyebrow. Look, see how the lines are forming again? Okay, let's do it again. Lighting here is not good. Mami, ¿me puedo prender la luz? Sí. Okay. Let me see something, if it makes a difference with me. Yeah, it does. It does make a difference with me. Esta, mama, go forward. I'm going to use a darker one, because since I'm going to shade it in. The two, they're both light, though. I'm going to go like this. And that gives it a clean cut. It's like you're driving a line. So use a darker one on the bottom, because you're going to use eyeshadows. Normally use a real clear one, the brightest one under here, because sometimes I don't even use any eyeshadow. Then the darker one, lightly. Like you're drawing the line, like to define the eyebrow. This is the lighter one. And don't do it like this. Try to carry it, drag it like this, like this. But obviously you're gonna go up here, like that. Shade it out a bit. Perfect. There's less line now. I'm gonna still do this. I was getting phone calls, so obviously it stopped the video. Now that I have it very well defined and stuff like that, I noticed that this one looks better arced than the other one. So now I have to draw some more. I have to be a little bit more archy here. to make sure they look the same. Done. So we're done with that. That was the hardest for me. Always is the hardest for me. I believe you got this palette. So because you got this palette, we're gonna use this palette. I have not used it. It is hot. Yeah, this palette is nice. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna get one of your a little arced one. That's a little arced. You see how it's a little arced? And you're gonna get the lightest color. In this case, it's not hard to figure out which one's the lightest color, which is this one up here. Okay? And you're gonna get it. And you're gonna just do your whole eyebrow of the lightest color. Same on the other side. We're done. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna decide which color we want. If for example, if I wanna go with this, for example, it depends. I can do this and this for my eyeliner, this and this. These two right here. The dark brown one and this, like beautiful pink, beautiful color. So what I'm gonna do, it's very simple. I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna go like this. See the stick? The thin one. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna have to put this down. Never touch your face. Remember what I told you. I think it's still doing little lines. I should have put just a little translucent under there, but it's okay. It's gonna fix by itself. And what I do is like very simple. I got a little bit more of this one. Just a tab of the brown one, because the brown one is gonna be really, really dark. Believe me. And like an eyeliner. Now, when you do it halfway from here down. Don't go all the way over here. Okay? Didn't do much. Okay, now it's doing. It doesn't have to be a perfect line, because you're gonna blend it in. And what I like to do is I like to, say for example, make a line going like this. Mira. One line going like this, like that. Why? Because that's gonna be your line. And you're gonna go like that. You're gonna close your eyes and you're gonna unite it with this. I have the camera too far from my mirror. See how I do it? You see how I united it? Let me see if I move this camera. There, that's better. See the line that I put going up? And then I just put a line and then went up and down like that. Now, you could do the same for the other side. If you feel that it's too complicated, just do the line first, right? Do the line like this, mira. So that line going up. That kind of gives you a guide. You go back, dip it again. Always dipping on both of them. Always dipping on both, okay? And then you go over here and then that's all you're doing. I find it easier that way, but sometimes it depends on what kind of mood I am. You know, I do it both ways. Okay, doesn't matter that you have all this thing out there. Does not matter. Now you clean it. Get that tissue you have, remember, on the table, and you clean it out a little bit, just a little, and you only get this one. Remember, we're putting these two. Only get this one, okay? Only that one. And what you're gonna do, very simple. This is gonna help us a lot too with the lines under eyes, okay? You're gonna go here from where you left off on the top. Remember where you left off? And you're gonna keep going. under your eyes. Do the same here. Watch this. Where I left off, up here, remember? I could even go up there. Just go up here if you're confused and just bring it down here. Okay? And you know where you stop? Right there where your eyes stop. The darker part here and then whatever is left there. Huh? I never use these colors like these kind of colors, but it's gonna look nice. Now, you have the option to put eyeliner on if you want here to make it darker, but don't complicate yourself. It's not gonna make a difference because the eyeshadow did the eyeliner for you. It's finding my AC turned on. I was like, dude, what's going on with the AC? It's not turning on. And how are we gonna fix this? You're like saying, oh my God, you know, because you're not gonna get perfect. How are you gonna fix that? That's where the blending comes in. This is the magic. Okay? Now, we use this and this one, right? For our eyeliner. This one is gonna be our glow in the middle. This one right here. We're not gonna use that one, okay? So we use only this and this. Now you're gonna get the next darkest color here. The next darkest color is here. You're gonna get that one, okay? Here we go again. You see how my thing is? It's angled up. The next darkest color. So far we've only used this and this. We're gonna now use the next darkest color. It's this. Believe me, it's gonna still look dark because you're gonna blend. And we're gonna get a little bit of that. Okay? And we're gonna blend it. And when we blend it, we're gonna blend up. Don't touch your face with your hands. Only the little sponge I gave you, okay? So what you're gonna do is that you're gonna go like this. You remember where right here, the end of the eye. The end of the eye, okay? Inside, not outside. You're gonna start there, right? You're gonna push a little bit and then go up. Go up. Like you're trying to clean something. You know what I mean? Like imagine that you have something there, you're trying to clean it. Remember that light color? Look how dark it is. Okay? Remember that line you made? You want to blend that line in with that color. Going up. Don't pass the line, just blend it in with the color. I'm doing the same with the other side. Look at this. Look what I'm doing. Up. Like I'm trying to take something out. Up. Up. That color, that line, that dark one, I'm trying to blend it all together. Okay, we're done. We're done with that. You're like, whoa, what's going on? No, it's actually the look you want. Okay, so now what are we gonna do to fix this? Very easy. Okay. I'm gonna get, since we use this one here as the base, and this is a glow, I really need something to, you know, like to like wake it up. You could use the same stick, you know, the you gotta just make sure you clean it really good. It's kind of risky. I have a lot of sticks, so I'm gonna use another one, okay? I'm gonna use this one. It's kind of fluffy. Make sure it's nice and soft. You have the sticks. What I'm gonna do is I can use this and this. Let's stick to the same color base. I'm gonna get some of this glow. That's a glow for the cheeks, but since we don't have any other glow here, we're gonna use that one. And what I'm gonna do is real easy. I'm gonna put the glow on there with that other color. I pat it here, one like that, and then one like this. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is like this. Make sure you get it all in there, because this part is always dark. Right here, and just blend it. Do it again. And do the same here, okay? And I'm sticking to this palette only because I know that that's the palette you have. So whatever I can't do, I know that you're not gonna be able to do it. So, okay? Because my intentions is to put a little eyeliner and put some other colors I have, but I can't do that because you don't have those colors, okay? And this is actually a really nice color. Okay, and that's it, we're done. Now, we're not done, 100% we're not done. No, we're not. Now we gotta continue. Now, you have a flat stick. Remember that flat one that you have? That one? Okay. We've been using this one for our base. We use this one and this glossy thing here for the inner part. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna kind of like change it up a bit, okay? We're gonna use this one that's in the bottom. Or if you know what, I don't want to confuse you. If you want to, you could continue using this and this, this and this. That is more than fine. But I want to use this one. You know what? That one is very pinkish. So we're going to stay away from it. I just noticed when I rubbed it, it was very pinky. It's not, it doesn't look pinky, but it is. It's super pinky. So we're going to stick with this one. The same one we've been using with the flat stick and the glow. Now you pat it. You pat it so the whole thing could get full. And then you're going to come here with this. And you're going to go like this. Flat, flat, okay? Then kind of softly. And then I just put a little bit of the glow alone and softly. Doesn't matter. Because remember, everything will blend in at the end. Okay, we're done. Okay. Just, I thought I saw that a little bit more darker, but it's not. Okay, so now, what are we gonna do now? To bring it out, that glam into that one circle right here where all these colors are uniting. What are we gonna do now to finish off the thing? Get a regular one. We're gonna get this nice, remember the one that we left that we weren't gonna touch? This nice shimmer one right here. We're gonna touch it with our thing and we're gonna go here, right in the middle. These this palette is good, but it's not so pigmented. Like you need to like get a one that is really hard, you know, like, because it's not so pigmented the way other palettes are. If they were more pigmented, it would be easy. Just tapping it would, you know, and putting it on your skin would show right away. But it seems like this, not this palette. Oh, this is beautiful. Right in the middle, right where the two united. The light color and the dark color united, you put it right there. Don't go high because you got your highlight there, okay? And just put it there. There you go. Now, I'm only doing what you have, okay? And only that. You have a blush. You have to have seen, put the palette next to your face and see which color looks best on you, okay? And the reason you want this kind of color, because these are party colors. This is like, makes you stand out when your hair's loose. It makes you look, this is kind of color. This is not the color you use on a daily, you know, this is one you use for party. Okay, so I'm gonna get a blush. I'm not gonna experiment with my other blushes because I bought a new blush today. Really nice one. Okay, if you want a little bit more highlight, where's my stick? Where did the stick go? If you want a little bit more highlight, you can put more highlight. If you want this to be a little bit more shinier, more highlighty, you know, you can do that. It's all up to you. Get the glowy one and not the other one. And just kind of touch it in there. You know what I mean? Go from here to there to make it shine a little bit more. So you can look like you're out to have a fun time. Okay? Okay, now. Sorry, I swear I have allergies. What am I gonna do now? I wanna do my contour before I do my blush. And my contour is very easy, super easy. Okay, you're gonna do one line here, one line here, one line here. Okay, under the nose, right here. Doesn't matter how it goes on, it really doesn't. Your jawline, this is your jawline, right? So go under your cheekbone. Go under your cheekbone. Okay, very easy. I'm not gonna put any more contouring so I don't get you confused, because that's the last thing you need. But there, you can put more contouring up here, over here, and I don't feel like doing that to you. Not today. You don't need it today. And then remember that other concealer, the lighter one that I told you that you're gonna be using? That one, you're gonna do like this. Right there in the middle. Right here. Right here. You see how nice that looks? Well, it doesn't look nice, but it will look nice. And then remember that line that you, well, let's do the one for the, from here to the tip of the ears, the top part, from here to the top part of the ears. And this is gonna help give you that lift that you need. And then from the tip of the nose, all the way up. From the tip of the nose, all the way up. Okay? That's super important that you do that. People like to put out, let's say for example, like here. They like to do that. They like to put it here too. That's fine if you want to do that. Not a problem. Okay. Your foundation stick, get it again. The first thing you're going to blend in is all the white part, then the brown part. Okay? Same concept. Same concept, okay? Going up. Same concept, going up, okay? Oh boy, I have such a bad allergy. I'm gonna have to take Claritin. Remember how I told you that everything's gonna look clean cut? Look what the what that thing did. I give it a more nice definition. Up to, look what I'm doing. Up to there. Don't put it on top of your eyeshadow. Up to there. You see how I made it clean, more like good. You know what I mean? Perfect. Not in here. You're going down like this. Under here. Now, that black line, I'll kind of erased a little bit. Brown line, better said. You're gonna go up. You can go up. Normally, people draw it all the way up, but we're not gonna get so technical. And then go in the middle. God, my God, my God. This one you're gonna go in. It helps to make you look a little bit more fina. Okay, and now here, how you gonna do this? You're gonna go in. In your case, if you want, you can do these lines too as well, if you want. So it can really take away the double chin thing going on. Here is the only part that really I will tell you to like be a little bit more forceful, more hard, you know, because done. Okay, now next, real easy, your blush. Okay, you're lucky because you got 4 colors to pick from. Remember, my blush is like this. Yours is different. Yours, you get to pick which one you want. Get your blush stick. When you pat it, remember yours, since we don't know how dark it is, make sure you sacuda un poco. Yours is cream, I think it is. I'm not sure, I can't remember right now. But try to be mindful because you could really mess up everything. Put very little at first because you can always add, you know? So you go like this. You don't want to start down here. That's not where it's up here, okay? Remember that line that we put like that from there to here? This is your working spot right here, okay? Going up. Same thing again. Remember, line. This is my working spot. Imagine that imaginary line there. That's still there, okay? That kind of te guía. So you don't go all the way down here too, you know? Add a little bit more because I didn't think it was pink enough. Okay, I'm done. Done. Okay. What am I missing? I'm missing my lips. I'm missing my mascara. Okay, so now we're gonna do that. I got a stick, but I got a stick for my lipstick. Oh, great. You can put the liner directly on your lips. Try not to do it like this. You're putting the liner, try to go like this. You know what I mean? Because it's, if you do it like this, it's gonna come out a straight line. It's gonna more than likely be more of a risk of you messing up. You know what I mean? And the line is like, when have you ever seen like with a real straight line? You know, no, you know. I use a stick to avoid I get this. I mean, the one you use for your eyeshadow, remember your eyeliner, works for it. If you want to clean it, you want to use it, that's fine. You can always wash it later. But put on your lipstick the way you normally do. Remember, up to there. Up to there. No, all the way to here. No, don't do that. Now the bottom. Done. Now, I got my mascara. But before I put on my mascara, I'm gonna do a little baking before I even put my lipstick. I put the liner, but I didn't put the lipstick. I have not put the lipstick and the mascara, okay? I'm gonna get my beautiful, beautiful baking powder, okay? This is not translucent, this is the baking one, remember? And I'm gonna dab this a little bit, and I'm gonna put it everywhere. I put makeup, except where I have lines. Where do I have lines? All here. I think you have lines like other places for mine. And I'm just gonna it doesn't matter if you have extra powder on you, it doesn't matter, because we're gonna sacudirlo. And I like to put it on where my eyeshadow is. Not under my eyes, but where my eyeshadow is. Yes, I do. Because it kind of gives it a nice final touch. The colors kind of like, I don't know, it does beautiful with the colors. So you've seen it. Okay, we're done. And what I do with the extras, I just come and I lightly dab it out, or you can use the same thing too. Sometimes I just do this, kind of like take out the extras. You know, if I put too much, like here, like I'm brooming, but very lightly. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Your eyes is the most important part. Okay. I'm going to get Laura Geller back here because I already put my powder. I did everything, but I want to make sure that this part right here is nice and smooth. It's nice and smooth. So I'll get back this, I get this bad boy, the flat one, remember? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a little bit of the glossy one. And I'm gonna make sure, you know where you normally put your eyeliner, that I have that glossy one there. And I go up. I don't go up and down. I go up. That is pretty. Okay, ready? So now all we're missing now is my mascara. This is a great brand, but you have a good one too, so try to go as far in as you can and work out. I'm sorry for my drippy nose, but I just can't help it. My allergy is just killing me. Then do the same for the other side. Now the bottom, you gotta be very careful. You're just gonna go all the way inside and bring it out very lightly. From inside out. Don't start putting mascara from the tip, and no, from inside out. Oh my God, my nose is just so much allergy. I never have allergies, but I think it's my cat. She got spayed yesterday and she was very needy. Okay. So I got some mascara there. Don't wipe it with your finger. Okay? Done. We're done. Guess what's left? My setting spray. But before I do my setting spray, I'm going to put some lipstick on. Okay? Mascara and lipsticks are the last. I bought some new ones. I don't know. I bought this one from MAC today. I'm going to try it. I don't know. It may... I don't know how it's going to look. Because this is like a sweet cinnamon. Now, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hydration is everything. I don't feel like I need hydration, but I always do put an extra hydration, like a hydrating spray. Don't do it because I know you don't have a hydration spray and you're gonna mess up your makeup. I go and I rehydrate it a little bit so the makeup, you know, so I can look young. Next time we'll buy hydration. This is Kosas. It's a pretty good brand. It's a spray you just throw on for hydration. And last but not least, your setting spray. Okay? Okay. That's all fixing up to dry. I can get my little thing because I'm on a time limit. You're going to be on a time limit. And dry it up fast. Remember, this you use twice. The 2 times you use your setting spray. You see? One part of me makes me want to get that little black thing that from my mascara out, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait for this to dry. I'm not going to use my finger. I'm not going to use paper. I'll come here. I'm going to just tap. It's gone. You got to let it dry before you try to take it out with a little sponge. Okay. Then right there, you're ready to go. I want to show you the end product. That's why I'm doing this. There's a minute. Obviously my hair's not done properly, but just so you can see my hair loose and how it looks. And so this is your result. You know, you got a beautiful blended. Everything looks beautiful in person, a lot better than in camera. I wish you could see it better. Look how natural it looks. Look, I'm under the light. Look how natural that looks. You don't see one line on me, not one wrinkle. You don't see one mark. Remember, my face was full of marks. Nothing. Okay. Bye. Good luck.